Good. Kill him. Kill him now. Do it.
The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Thank you, my master.
Rise.
Hello there. Welcome to the stream. Trying something a little new today. Hopefully it looks and sounds okay. Going all Sith mode in the studio here. And just make sure everything's fully operational. And let me bring up the chat here. Perfect. Sweet. Ethan may be joining the stream at some point, so that'll be fun. What to play, what to play. You know what? I'm feeling like some Strike. Let's try this out. See if we can find a game. Yep, so going for more Sith atmosphere in the studio. I still need to put up acoustic panels on. I think I'm going to put them up on this wall. I need to bring in my bookshelf for the back. And we're also setting up like an actual legit recording booth in this building. It'll be upstairs. So any future podcasts, that kind of thing, will be recorded up there in the legit studio. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have some different sets for videos and all kinds of awesome stuff. So I'm super, super excited to get that going. I've got everything set up basically in here for what I need to do for video and podcast and all of the graphic design stuff that I do, but super pumped. It's going to be awesome when we get everything in and ready to go. Okay. Oh. Doesn't look like Strike's all too popular right now. Gonna quit this and try something else. Also, I upgraded the RAM in my PC. If you saw on the Instagram story, I've got another 32 gigs in the computer. Super, super happy about that. I now have 48 gigabytes of RAM. I opened After Effects, I think, and maxed out my RAM. I was like, okay, 16's not going to be enough. I want to play a smaller game mode, so let's see how this goes. See if I can find a game of Blast here. Does this look better? Or full Sith mode or partial Sith mode? This one you can see my face a little bit better. Why is my volume so low? Sweet, we got into a game. Let's see if there's a lot of people in it. Yes. Good. I don't play Blast all that often, so let's see how well I do. Oh crap. Nice. Yes, I got him. Also, something that I may start doing for the stream is putting like background music. What do you guys think about that? Going forward, I want to like maybe bring up the production quality of the live stream a little bit. Oh my gosh, got him. See, I'm not a huge overlay guy, but that may be something we look at. Different screens, different backgrounds, and that kind of fun stuff. We shall see. Okay, I'm gonna throw that and get out of here. Nice. Nice. Crap. No! That was very close. No, he got me. The spicy boy. I'll save my credits for a little bit. Let's see. How's everyone doing this fine weekend? Oh no. Okay, cover our butts. No! I covered my butt, but I didn't check my front. Let's try it. Yeah, let's do the Wookiee. I don't play the Wookiee all that often. Let's see how this goes. Oh no. What the heck? Where did he come from? No! Well, that was awful. Get the spicy boy. No, he got me again. How dare you, spicy boy. Oh, this guy's way out here chilling. Let's see. Oh, go through that and get out of here. Where is the spicy boy? Oh, no, there he is. Crap it, man. How does he keep on destroying me? Oh, that's not the spicy boy. Let's go around this way. Hey, welcome to the stream, Kevin Owen. Thanks for joining. How are you doing this Saturday? Oh no. Oh. I do like that skin though. That's a really cool skin. played the Clone Commando in forever. Let's see how I do. Sweet. Man, that spicy boy is just destroying. Let's go around this way. Sweet. Okay. So something I wanted. Oh my gosh, no! Oh, that was awful. Okay. Do default. Good gosh. Okay. Oh no. Oh, that was awful. Guys, max. Good gosh. We aren't doing that well. Not well at all. So one of the topics that I was kind of like thinking about for the podcast, and we're going to do like we're going to cover this on the podcast, but something I just wanted to talk about on the stream too. But Star Wars Squadrons got some gameplay. The Game Changers have been, they got a sneak preview of the gameplay. They got to share it. Overall, I think it looks pretty awesome. I love how much of a smaller game it is. I really like their focus, because I think something that's been one of the problems, I guess, with Star Wars games recently has been the focus. I think we've been struggling on that focus a bit. That guy, how did he not die? So that's something I'm super pumped about with Squadrons. It may not be a game that I like. I will definitely play it. I'm going to play through the campaign, probably on stream. But it's not one of those things that I may keep up with, depending on how much of a hook it has. I'm really excited for like the esports aspect that it could have. I think that's one of the coolest parts of it, is the possibility. We've never had something have the possibility of being like a competitive Star Wars game, so I'm super excited about that. There you go. Oh, rip. So that's something I'm excited about. I really hope that they do go for more of a competitive type game, because I think that's something that would be really unique for Star Wars games. It would also boost the community in that way as well. So fingers crossed we have a good foundation for something like that, because it could be super awesome. But we're definitely going to be squatting up for the streams. We're going to be talking about it on the podcast. After the stream, I will be finishing up the 195th episode of the Star Wars Battlefront podcast. And sneak preview, we're going to be talking about modding, the state of modding, how it has affected the game, and the future possibilities that modding could add to the community. Because modding is one of those super interesting things that I didn't really know a whole lot about. So it's like, okay, let me tweet out some details. I want to do a podcast about modding, the modding community, what modders think, how it works. So I reached out on Twitter, got some really good recommendations. So I got in contact with Mandalorian Business, and Mandalorian Business got me in contact with Cade and Dulana57. So those are the three people we're going to be having on the podcast. I'm a little under halfway done with the edit, so it should be out very shortly after the stream once I get the final edit ready to go and upload it all. Oh, hello there. Oh no. So that's something I'm super pumped about. Because it's one of those areas of the community I was just like very oblivious to. Like I knew it was really big. So it's like, okay, gonna reach out and figure out what I'm missing and what I am not understanding in that area of the community, because it's super, super cool. It's so awesome. And Dulana and Cade are working on like a revamp of arcade mode, like adding their own heroes from scratch, and the power that has given them is super cool. Oh my gosh. What are some of the topics that you'd like to see going forward for the podcast? So, because this was something that the community kind of, is something I was interested in, and people on friends of the podcast on Twitter recommended people, and it just went on from there. So, what are some of the topics going forward you would like to see? There you are. I don't know why they keep on putting bombs up there. Oh, he did. Oh, nope, 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 nope. That was no bueno. Hello there. Oh, crap. What? Oh. Next episode, we're going to be talking about squadrons and how that's shaping up for the community, for Star Wars games, because it's slowly but surely getting closer to us. It's pretty crazy to think about. Good gravy. Oh, where are you going? Cover our butts and watch my front. Says there's like one super close to me. Yep. There was one really close to me. Sure, why not? Do. Oh no. Hey, I got him. That is what we call payback. Hey, I can do it again. Where are they? Damage. Guy's dead. Oh, hello there. Oh, he got me again. Good gravy. I believe, nope. Where's he gonna go? Oh, hello there. How's it going? Good so far. Let me reroute the audio from Discord into my headphones. Because you're coming out of the screen and you really scared me. There we go. I was like, what's that noise? There we go. Currently playing some Blast.
Blast? Wow. Okay,
I know.
I haven't played that for a while.
Same. It's like, I'm going to play a smaller game. Oh my gosh, no. This dude keeps on destroying me with the freaking fire launcher.
Is he the flame trooper? Are you
Yeah.
playing Jakku or something?
Yes.
Oh, how did I know?
How was your pub experience?
Oh, it was fantastic. Oh, it was great. I haven't been to the pub for so long. It's like I've been away from home for like 6 months.
You've made it back.
I've made it back, and it was a good local pub as well, where I know everyone, and everyone knows me. So it was a great experience. It was really nice.
Is it the cheer song? Go to a place where everyone knows your name.
Yeah, there's like 3 pubs in all of Bristol where that happens. I have this one pub that I go to quite often with my dad, actually, because he lives in Bristol as well. So we meet up in town quite often, and at least for the first year when I lived in Bristol, I would go to this pub called the Crown with my dad, and everyone that my dad knew would be like, "Whoa! Oh my God, you've grown! I remember you when you were like a foot tall."
That's awesome. Welcome to the stream,
Yeah.
Alistair and Spickle. Spickle. It's
Spikel.
yeah, Spickle.
Oh,
We went.
he makes some good.
We went to a restaurant recently, and it was like the first time in a bit. It's just so nice to be able to sit down and eat food somewhere.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's very but it feels quite alien now, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's so weird. I will
Like,
kill you.
like, we had a bit of food in the pub. I had a cheese and pickle baguette, which is not the type of pickle that you would have in America. It's different type of pickle. Cheese and pickle baguette. And my dad had it's not a vulgar word. Faggots and mash. Which is
Okay,
like,
yep.
No, seriously.
British foods, man.
It's faggots are it's like meat combined with some more of the unsavory parts of the meat. I would say, made into like meatball style things.
That
That's
is
great.
Danger Cat.
Oh, did someone ask who I was?
Spikel said, "Is
Oh, yeah,
that
this-
Stranger the Danger Cat I hear?"
Oh yeah, Spikel. Yeah. Spikel makes some good captures with open game camera.
Oh, nice.
You know, plug that there. You know.
My PC specs. I currently have a Ryzen 3700X, so 8 core. I've got the RTX 2060 by EVGA, the KO version, so it's like an overclocked one. And then I've got 48 gigs of RAM.
Oh, obviously not sponsored by AMD EVGA or probably Corsair.
I wish I was sponsored by all of those people. It would be fantastic.
It would be great, yeah. Have the best PCs.
Well, it'd be crazy if I got sponsored by these people before I became a game changer. Like, that would be craziness.
Do you think you'll be sponsored by them first, or do you think it'll be a game changer first?
The way that EA looks at podcasts, I would say AMD has a more likely chance of sponsoring me than becoming a game changer.
I mean, if you keep up with the streams, I'm sure they'll do something at least.
Let's hope so.
Maybe not.
There was
a game changer. Maybe like a sponsored stream or something.
Another really cool Star Wars podcast. What is it? Let me see if I can find their name. There are two of them. There's Star Wars Underworld, and then the other one. I always forget. I get them mixed up. So let me see if I can find their.
There's a lot of Star Wars podcasts.
Oh yes, there are an insane amount of Star Wars podcasts.
There's the Bespin Bulletin, Castle One Transmission. I can't remember any of the others.
Oh, there are
there's a lot of podcasts.
Crap ton. Let me see.
Some of them are good, and some of them are not so good.
I used to really like Rebel Force Radio until they started getting into like the really toxic part of the fandom. I was like, nah, I'm not into this kind of stuff. So they've gone off the deep end really hard. The Jodo cast. So the Jodo cast was tweeting. It was me after seeing all the early Star Wars Squadrons gameplay content. I should become an EA game changer. I said, been wanting to be one for 5 years. Please notice this podcaster's EA.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of them before.
They're actually, I think they're pretty popular.
Are they? I should have a look on Spotify and see what Star Wars podcast.
Yeah, they
Star
have.
Wars Theory is obviously the number one.
Yeah,
podcast
definitely.
For some reason.
They have 1,472 followers on Twitter, so they're pretty popular.
Star Wars
theirs is like
is pretty up there.
Oh yeah, Star Wars Explained is a really, really big force in the community. American food is big.
American food is big. Who said that?
Alistair says American food big. That's very true.
American food is very big. Yeah, I can agree with that. When I was in when I was last in America, we went to the what's it called? I think is it the Hard Rock Cafe or the Hard Rock?
Yeah, Hard Rock Cafe.
Something like that in Times Square.
Yeah.
Well, they serve mostly fish food, it seems. And honestly, the starters were basically like full-size, like British main courses.
Yes, and plus for like the price, you can get something like really big in America for like something that would be like an appetizer in the UK.
Although, the one thing that doesn't conform to that rule would be like a New York pizza slice, which are very expensive for what they are.
Well, you're paying. You were in were you in New York?
I was in New York, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably them marking it up too, because like there's a really good pizza and biscuit place in Denver, and their pizza slices are like the size of my arm, and they're like $4 or something like that.
Yeah, I went to it was that big like central station in New York.
Okay.
And all the subway trains come and all that sort of stuff. And there's like an illusion thing there, like a it's like a the the way this like one part of the building is designed, you can stand in one part and say something, and your voice or the sound gets transferred to like another part of the building or something.
Yeah, there are certain spots that you can like stand at and hear everything in the room, and vice versa.
Yeah, it was in that place, but there was a pizza place in there.
That's awesome.
And I must have spent like $8 on this massive, like huge New York pizza slice. I also got a what I thought was a medium thing of root beer, and it was like a fucking it was like a liter of root beer, and I left the I don't know why, but I forgot about the root beer and I left it on the counter. So I walked away with my friend with the pizza, and I thought, oh no, I've left my root beer. So I'm back to get my root beer, and they'd already like tipped it down the drain.
Oh my gosh! Welcome to the chat,
disaster.
Daniel. America is as dangerous as anywhere else in the world. Obviously, there are there are like places where it's more dangerous, just like any other country. Like you have those cities that are like just very, very dangerous. But
I think everyone has that. Yeah,
definitely.
City.
Like the town we live in
New
isn't
York.
bad.
It was nice.
Yeah, New York is very similar to London in size too, so
It
it's
is,
much
yeah.
more.
It's very similar, like culturally as well. You have the same sort of mix of like people that you see. I was really impressed because there was this one guy that we saw. We were just about to get on the boat to the I can't remember the name of the island, but the Statue of Liberty. Get a big like ferry over
Staten
there.
Island?
And we all Staten Island, I think, yeah. And but there was this guy that could speak like 100 languages outside of it. And once he discovered that we were from Wales, he started speaking to us in Welsh, and he could speak better Welsh than I could, or any of my friends could. It was so bizarre. Just be like spoken to in Welsh by this like guy with an American accent who couldn't quite pronounce it, but could speak it better than we could.
Spikel says there is a nice pizza place on the corner of Church and Chambers Street. They make them on corn flour, so the slices stay stiff and don't flop all over. That sounds very interesting.
Stiff slice. Yeah.
I flip flop between the like super gooey pizzas and then like the super stiff kind. What really determines a great pizza is if you can like eat the pizza crust just by itself. Like I love the pizza crusts that are basically like bread, like cheese sticks or pizza bread.
If you ever come to Bristol, there's a pizza place that we absolutely have to go to. It's called Pizza Rover, and outside of New York, I think they do and Naples in Italy, they do the best pizzas ever. They and remarkably cheap as well, like £7 for a pizza, and it's all like handmade, like sourdough.
Spikel says, "Now I'm getting hungry." Same.
Absolutely, like too right. You should be getting hungry. We're talking about pizza, the best pizza.
Yeah, I want to go back to the UK. We want to go towards more of the coast, lower on the country. Go to those
like
cliffs.
Southwest.
Yeah, that area.
Like the cliffs of Dover, sort of.
Yeah, we want to go towards that area, and I also want to go to Bristol so we can hang out. And also, if you ever come to Colorado, man, we can hook you up with some really good food.
Absolutely. I think you know what I think next time I come to America, I think I'll go central, because everyone always goes.
We have one of the coasts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
dude,
and
we can show you some
overdone.
really good mountains and hiking trails if you like mountain biking.
I want to go hiking. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really built for hiking, but I'll do it anyway.
Dude, we've got some great trails too, and it's like some of them are like really hardcore, but we could take you on the really good ones. Hey, welcome to the stream, Boomstick TV. This is because I'm about to have a second lunch.
I need to retweet this. Some more people.
I need to go back to you guys.
Yeah, I'm just AFK for a second when I do this. And Wayfinder.
Come on. Ah, no.
Okay, I've done that.
Yeah,
Oh
dude,
my god, what am I doing?
you should definitely come to Colorado. It'd be such a blast.
Where? Don't laugh. But where is Colorado
It is
in terms of
so.
all of the states?
The USA is very weird in its placements. It's technically West Coast, even though it's in the exact middle of the country.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of like dinosaurs and fossils here. Like all of
Actual
Colorado used to be.
dinosaurs. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. You can ride them and everything.
Real life dinosaurs.
But you can, like this area used to be mainly underwater several million years ago. So we have a lot of different fossils and stuff that you can't find anywhere else in the world. But it's in the exact center of the country basically, and it's called the West it's West Coast or West area instead of Mid America or whatever Chicago or Illinois is. Midwest.
I gather it's kind of like more southern than anything, given that it's quite a, or at least from the pictures I've seen, it's kind of almost a little bit dusty. Like,
Yeah, the area we're in is southern Colorado, so it's a dusty boy.
Yeah.
Boomstick says if you really like heat, bugs, and snakes, you should come to Vegas.
Oh, my parents have been to Vegas before. They came back with like loads of candy, which was great.
Boomstick says Colorado has a more West Coast vibe than most Midwest states. Definitely, it has more of a California vibe without all of the crappy California stuff. A friend of mine is from California. He says, "You know the problem with California? It's full of Californians." Oh, there he is.
I think that the one thing that really makes me want to go to where you are, because you're in Canyon City, is it?
Yep, Canyon City.
Canyon City.
Yeah, it's got the tilde on it, so it's pronounced Canyon. But it works either way. Because
I'm 99% sure that place was in The Man in the High Castle.
It is. Yes.
It's in like the neutral zone.
Yep. Great show. I was so happy when I was watching it because I had no idea. And I was like, oh my gosh, look, it's where we live.
Oh, it's such a good show. It's so underrated as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite shows of the last like decade.
So good.
And did you see the last season?
I've not completely caught up yet. I've made it to season 2, so I need to finish it up. But it's so good, man.
The ending is not what you expect. I'll say that.
Okay. Kind of spread out right now. Oh no.
Temper your expectations.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, it's a good show. I watched the first 3 seasons of it, and then I watched it all again from the start. Oh crap! I'm dying. Yeah, I watched the first 3 seasons with my grandparents.
Oh wow.
Because they were quite interested in it, so I thought I'd watch it all with them. I'll sign into their TV with my Amazon account and everything. And then we watched the last season as well together, and they absolutely loved it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I didn't expect them to like it that much, considering it was very much not, their era of TV, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite.
Philip K. Dick is like his writing is like some of the most influential that there is in terms of like science fiction or like alternate reality kind of stuff. So interesting. It was especially considering that Man in the High Castle was like from a little tiny short story that's maybe like 20 pages or something like that.
Oh, it's more than 20 pages, but yeah. It was like a side project, wasn't it? For
Yeah,
him?
it was. I think it was in like collection of short stories or something like that.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, I've got the Man in the High Castle on print, but I haven't read it yet. I'll do that soon though.
Keep that and guard it with your life, because it's very rare to find stuff like that. Like, it's, at least in America, it's like really hard to find that in print. So keep that and protect it with your life.
It was,
hello there, Row Console.
Oh, hello there, Row Console. It was a relatively recent print when I bought it last year.
Okay.
Oh, it might have been this year actually, early this year that I bought it. I think Man in the High Castle did really well over here for Amazon, so they decided to print or do a rerun of all the books. So
that's awesome. Yeah, Blade Runner
it's
is definitely a prime example. One of my favorite movies. To like, it's so good. Well, a local movie theater that was built in like the 50s, been renovated, is thinking about showing it, and I'm so hoping they do so I can watch it in the theater, because it's like a super tiny theater that they only let like certain people into, and I know the owner, so hopefully I can get in.
I haven't seen all of Blade Runner. I tried to watch it with my girlfriend once a while back. We got about a quarter of the way through and we couldn't finish. There was just something. It just didn't like work for us.
Huh. Which cut did you watch?
Oh, I don't know. I just got it in a slightly less than legal way.
The dark side of the Force.
Yeah.
The pathway to many abilities. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just wasn't quite for us or me,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't finish it.
I've watched.
I think I probably should at some point.
I've watched all of the different edits of it, and I love all of them for different reasons. Like even the first theatrical run, which is like so cheesy because of the voiceovers, but it's super good. But Boomstick says, my very controversial movie opinion is that while I love the original, I like 2049 more. I think 2049 is like one of the best continuations of a story after such a long period that there is in movies. Like, it's so good, so well directed, colored, and edited. Such a good movie.
It looks really good visually, but I'm not sold on the story. But just based on my experiences with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
does
yeah,
it evolves the story in a much different way? Why are my abilities not working?
You have noticed that. I've tried pushing a few people and nothing's happened.
Yeah, that's what I just tried to do, and it was like, nope, sorry, bud, you can't do that right now.
Some sort of bugged lobby.
Yes, Dennis doing the Dune reboot. That is something I'm super pumped to see. Yeah. Like, that's gonna be good.
Is it bad that as soon as you said Dennis, I just thought of Dennis Branville?
As when he read that, when I read that, I was like, Dennis, what? Oh wait, never mind.
Whoa, Dennis Branville? I trust him with anything.
Same. I was like, that's not a bad idea. The first, did you ever watch the first Dune movie, like in the 80s? I think David Lynch directed it.
No, I haven't.
That movie is weird.
I've seen clip. I've seen bits of it while my parents have watched it on TV. But is that that's the one with all the weird bug people, right? That seems to be what I remember. It's like bug people in an arena or something.
No, it's a different one. This is they're all about, what is it? The spice. The spice controls the spice trade controls the universe basically, and they have the sand planet that they go to. Really, really crazy book. The index and all the things that they reference in the book is like 60 pages long, just to all of the things. Like, they have words in there that they don't explain, and you have to go check the back of the book to find out what they actually mean. The spice must flow. Oh no, I've got a roly boy coming towards me.
I feel like there was a very big divide in terms of films that were like widely watched back in the 80s and 90s between America and UK. Like, I know that films like Demolition Man didn't do very well in America.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Released. Demolition Man's it's a Sylvester Stallone film.
Okay.
And it's got Wesley Snipes as the bad guy. And basically the premise is that Sylvester Stallone is a cop who does something bad, and he gets put in carbonite as punishment for like 100 years or something. And when he emerges from carbonite, the world has completely changed, and the LA region is run by like basically a dictator. He's very like soft-spoken and very nice, and everyone is very like there just isn't such a thing as crime in this world. Everyone's just like, oh my god, oh.
Until Sylvester Stallone
like,
shows up.
Well, until Sylvester Stallone turns up and he's like swearing, and like swearing is like a finable offense. Like he swears, and then the computer goes, oh, offensive words, $20 or something. Like, and everyone has to like.
You wouldn't be able to play Heroes vs. Villains in that universe.
No, I just won't be able to. But everyone else has to wipe their ass using the 3 shells or something.
Huh.
The 3 seashells. It's a very weird film, but it's very good. But it did very badly in America, but very well in the UK. And,
Spikel says that he had 3 attempts with the original Blade Runner. It got kind of old for today's standards, as society nowadays we're adapted to more action, more camera movement, I think. But I loved 2049. 2049 was good.
I can agree with that.
Did you ever watch the Sylvester Stallone movie Over the Top? The arm wrestling movie?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone's like a professional arm wrestler and truck driver.
What the hell?
80s movies, man, are so weird.
Sure, yeah.
I love how like movies that would never get made nowadays were made in the 80s, and like that was such a cool thing that like everything was basically on the table for movies, and how we regard them with such esteem now.
Like everyone's favorite Demolition Man. Such a bizarre film. Have you ever seen the live action Mario film?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Mario.
Basically, imagine that, but it's got Sylvester Stallone in it. It's basically the same story.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the son he took on the championship is the one that I was mentioning. Spikel says talking about weird Stallone movies, Judge Dredd. He says that's his guilty pleasure.
That was great. I love that film. That actually did well enough to warrant a sequel. If you've seen Dredd, that was a good.
It's Stallone and Arnold are the faces of the 80s cinema, says Spikel.
It's like yeah.
Have you seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger cigar thing that's been going around? I am a stud. The Stogie cigars.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Something.
I'll have to send it to you. It's so weird. I'm just getting thrown everywhere. My gosh. Let's see.
Oh my God. This is what happens when you focus on talking instead of playing. But it's okay. I don't mind. I'm just.
Okay, let me.
To win.
I sent it to the Discord. It's so crazy.
Arnold's ballsy with his cigars. Oh God, he's wearing those like 1999 sunglasses.
I don't know why, but I just find that so funny.
There's just everyone in that era wore weird sunglasses, and that's how I tell what era something's from.
So I throw my
Because
phone
you
everywhere.
can't tell sometimes because they remaster things so well that you just can't tell when it was made, except for the clothes.
So I was having a discussion with a friend of mine about the mainline Star Wars versus like the spin-offs like Mandalorian and Han Solo and Rogue One. Do you find that you like the spin-offs more like than the mainline series now?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I I I've grown very tired of the Skywalker saga.
Mm-hmm.
I think as much as I liked The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and maybe not so much The Rise of Skywalker. I mean, it was an okay film, but it just
I had a great time
didn't-
watching it, but it was mostly because I was making fun of all the craziness.
Yeah, it was more of like a whoa, they actually did that. So
Mm-hmm.
it was lots of those moments. It was a bit like it was a whole film of I'm pretty. You must have reacted the same way that me and my friends did, surely. But in the Last Jedi, when Leia started Supermaning her way back to the ship, there was a sort of everyone sort of reacted in the same way, like, oh my god, they actually did that.
Yeah.
Like
Boomstick
that
says
was great and all. That's a prime Star Wars moment for me. It wouldn't be the same without it. But the Rise of Skywalker was
basically a whole
all
movie of
those-
those moments.
Of those moments, yeah, and some of them were great, and some of them were questionable.
One of my favorite things about watching Rise of Skywalker. So we went on like a Tuesday or something like that. We were one of the very few people in the theater, but we went with our whole family and my girlfriend. I was sitting next to my girlfriend, and I was just like, "That's in Battlefront. That's in Battlefront. That's in Battlefront. That's in Battlefront. That's in Battlefront. You see that? That's in Battlefront. That's in Battlefront." It's like if people could hear me, then I'm probably the most annoying person ever.
I mean, I think I feel like Battlefront has made me appreciate the films a lot more somehow.
One of my favorite experiences with Battlefront 2015 was that the moments of just the how much of a focus the weapons were, and then going and watching the original trilogy and being like, okay, I know the name of that weapon. You see that? That's the Stinger pistol. You see that? That's this weapon. That's this weapon. Like that was one of my favorite experiences. Like going back and just like, oh my gosh, that's in Battlefront, and seeing how realistic it was. Like that's one of my favorite moments of the crossovers from Battlefront to the movies. Like that was such a cool experience.
Absolutely, yeah. I am in a very bad situation over here.
I'm coming. Boomstick says he likes both for different reasons, and I'm glad we're getting away from the grand scale a little for sure.
I didn't make that connection between Boomstick on YouTube and Boomstick on Discord for a second there. Hi Boomstick, median. If you didn't notice, by the way, Boomstick is very much, in some ways, a part of the Wayfinder team now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's very keen to join. He gave us some very helpful feedback about mostly to do with the Wayfinder brand and how we do stuff on social media. So
good.
He'll be, or at least he already has, helped us a little bit regarding that.
That's awesome. Boomstick, it's me.
It is definitely Boomstick.
I'm super excited for the stuff that we've got going for Wayfinder.
Absolutely. It feels like it's... I regret that it's taken this long to get things moving, but I'm really happy that things have started to sort of fall into place.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that it took like Battlefront ending for us to get to this point, but it's really cool that we and a bunch of other people in the community are pushing the community forward, which is like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I feel like it. I do kind of regret announcing Wayfinder as it is. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I feel so, like kind of bad about revealing Wayfinder at the time we did, but at the same time, I feel like it was kind of too good of an opportunity to pass up. Like,
Yeah.
Battlefront was coming to an end. There was a ton, like an absolute load of attention on the Battlefront, franchise at the time, and I kind of felt that we needed to ride that wave a little bit to get Wayfinder.
And I mean, we wouldn't have been at this point if we didn't start then. Like, it would just be pushing it later on if we pushed that a little more.
Yeah.
But I do see what you're saying. Let's see if I can. I tried to save you, but I could not. I wasn't fast enough.
Okay. I actually invited my friend to play, if that's okay.
Yeah.
To help us in HUV.
Boomstick says he thinks Squadrons is going to be a huge boon to Wayfinder, and plus EA's move to back to Steam was a huge thing too. Yeah. EA saying, hey, we want to games on everything, like you don't have to just use Origin, has been a really cool thing that they've been doing. No! Awful.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to get over there.
This Grievous is next level garbage. He claw rushes and then emotes.
Oh no. Spikle says, we're getting Squadrons, Fallen Order sequel, and more Star Wars projects are on the way, so there's a future for the project. Pretty bright, I'd say. Definitely.
Damn, we are getting a Fallen Order sequel, aren't we?
We are.
I forgot about that.
So I
forgot about that.
I was reading, I've been working my way through, finally, Jason Schreier's Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, and his section on 1313 was fascinating. To see how basically they thought that it was such a surefire thing, like it was such a big deal that it couldn't get canceled, and then it did get canceled. Like it was such an interesting read.
I mean, it looked really interesting from the demo, but I really feel like it would have had some problems. Yeah, I feel like what they showed is quite antiquated for the time, slightly, like gameplay wise. So like the idea of a semi-open world Star Wars RPG or adventure game was really fun. What the hell is this guy talking about in the chat? But heroes versus villains players, Jesus. But yeah, no, I feel like
it was
even if
it was
they
a return to LucasArts being a thing again. Like for so long, LucasArts was one of the biggest staples in making their own games, and then they turned into basically a publisher. And to see how they wanted to take their games back to that level of being one of the people that pushed the technology forward, because they were some of the first people to have to be pushing Unreal Engine as hard as they were, and using the ILM technology for the cinematics and everything, something that we now take for granted in these games. Like they were one of some of the first people to do that. And then when Disney basically told them that nothing was going to change, but all of the uppity-ups started noticing some things and were like, okay, I'm a head out. And they were hoping that they had a meeting with Visceral, the guys at Visceral, from Lucasfilm told them that maybe if you guys have a good discussion, the series will continue. And then the Visceral head guy was basically like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. We want to hire some of your people, so give us your resumes and we will keep on doing that. And now here we are years later, and Visceral's not even a thing anymore.
No, they're not. I mean, they kind of got rejigged a little bit into EA Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Slightly. I'm very aware that rejigged is a very British thing to say.
Rejigged and cattywampus.
Yeah, getting
That
smashed
Leia
by
is
the-
so annoying.
Yeah, he's the guy that he was playing Grievous last round and then he spawn glitched this round.
Hey,
Feel like
welcome
that's
to the stream, Alien Zone. This is live. And Spikle says the stuff they did in
No, it's
Force Unleashed, groundbreaking stuff. Sam Witwer streamed the game with art director, I believe, and talk details. Awesome stuff. Yeah, Force Unleashed was one of those like tentpole games where it was kind of like, okay, Star Wars games are a thing now. Like this is, they're no longer kind of like the shovelware that they used to be. They got back into the big stuff. But when you look at it from like a canon standpoint, Starkiller was way too powerful.
Yeah, for sure. Flying Star Destroyers out of the fucking sky. Why?
Okay, where are you guys? Uh-oh. I was gonna go help that Kylo Ren, and then he died and left me alone.
Uh,
Okay, I'm coming over to you.
yeah, I'm dead. Right?
Oh,
You two use that Chlorish. Because that's what he did all of last round. So
just keep on spamming it on Leia. Okay, I'm coming over
Yeah.
to you.
there's Leia wasting Hero 11. Just
Oh, there's a Han up here. Oh my gosh. Guys done. Oh gosh. Nice. That Luke got destroyed. Okay.
Leia's pretty low. Fire another in there.
What is that Darth Vader doing?
Nice. Nice work.
Oh, Finn's almost down.
Okay.
There he
Leia's
goes.
just behind me.
Okay, where are you? I think one of the biggest letdowns for the sequel trilogy for me was how they handled Finn in Rise of Skywalker. Like, basically all he did was yell Rey's name. Rey!
Ray! Yeah, that was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? Okay, that might be a bit of an over exaggeration, but I have a Finn problem.
Okay, where? Oh no. No! Rey! Yeah, it's really good. Force Unleashed was really good for Star Wars Legends. Still a really fun game. We want to stream more of the Star Wars games, like going forward. Once we make the transition to Star Wars Uplink podcast and rebrand everything, we're going to start doing streaming of the old games and talking about them as kind of like a book club type show.
Interesting.
So it'd be really fun to announce something like maybe this month we talk about the Force Unleashed series. We play through them on the stream, and then we talk about how the future of Star Wars games could be implemented in that way, what it did for the Star Wars name, all that kind of fun stuff. Go through like the history would be really cool, and be a little bit more effort. Just try to get like some of the people that worked on those old games to come on and go through the history of how they made the games. Like that would be super fun. A little more difficult to track everyone down and see if they'd be interested to being interviewed, but
Yeah, I think most people would be. I think developers do like to talk about the games they've worked on.
oh, definitely. Speckle says all the Squadrons hype made me replay Rogue Squadron 3D for the 100th time. Dude, Rogue Squadron was such a good series.
I've never played it.
It was really good. We're also going to have, eventually, we're going to try to get Mitch and Walt back on the podcast to talk about
Oh, yes. That would be good.
Squadrons in the campaign.
I love Mitch Dyer. He's such a
Same.
good guy.
Dude, Mitch and Walt are the funniest combo ever. Like, they're some of the coolest and funniest people. Like, the entire time I had them on the podcast, like, after recording, my face hurt because I was smiling so hard.
God, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that podcast.
Oh my gosh, no, no.
Why is he playing BB-8?
Is that the one guy? Nice.
Yeah, it's the
The spammer.
yeah. He switched to BB-8 for some reason.
Where is that shooting coming from? Oh, there you go.
There's a certain point where I switched to playing very sweaty. I have an Anakin coming in for me.
Oh, coming.
Nice.
Nice.
I think we can win this now.
Let's knock on wood for that statement. Oh
Oh,
my
did you see
gosh.
something cool? If you sprinted to here, you can walk underneath the MTT. Look at this. No, it's not going to work now, is it? I'm walking through it from the right angle. Okay, never mind. Maybe it only works with Han.
Okay, going for Leia, maybe. Oh, nope.
That's maybe not the best idea.
I realized that very quickly. Hey, we did
There
it.
we go. Nice work. All good.
So at the new studio, I am still within walking distance to some really good coffee. So I'm very happy about that.
Again, is that the one thing that you look for when you?
It's always a
Well,
great
that's-
bonus.
I suppose it is. Yeah. It's the equivalent of finding an office with a Greg's within walking distance in the UK.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be near a Greg's,
Mm-hmm.
or at least like the upmarket equivalent. Like
Yeah.
Pret a Manger or something like that.
Also within walking distance to a local brewery as well. So centrally
that doesn't quite-
located.
See, that doesn't quite matter in the UK because if there's a local brewery, then at least 5 of the local pubs carry that ale or beer or
Mhm.
whatever they have. So we don't really have to worry about that. So if you have a workplace and it's near a pub, chances are that they have the local ale. So not to worry about the local brewery.
This is a like a mix of a pub that makes their own brews. So you go there and they have like food trucks out in front that you can get food, and then inside they have all of the the brewing equipment and all of the stuff on draft. It's really cool. They've got some pretty good stuff.
But we don't have that type of thing that often in the UK.
Mhm.
There is places that do that, namely Brewdog, which is it's definitely not local anymore. It's it's a $300 million company now.
Locally owned.
but yeah, in some ways, yeah, technically still locally owned.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a $300 million company,
That's crazy.
and they still do local ales in air quotes. They're not too bad. I'll give them that, but they're quite expensive. There was
So during
if
lockdown, did you guys have delivery alcohol?
well, we had that anyway, but absolutely, yeah.
That was a new
So,
thing for Colorado. It's like to-go
Really, was
alcohol
it?
and delivery.
Yeah, we had if you go on if you went on delivery in the last like 5 years, you would have found quite a lot of pubs did delivery alcohol, and some of the breweries as well. But
Yeah, it takes
some of
it takes
the
a
pubs and-
pandemic to have really good stuff in the U.S. So it
I suppose
did you know?
it's bigger there though, isn't it? It's harder to
Yeah. So
do that
something that I just became aware of is that stupid people passed a law in Colorado to where states and cities cannot introduce their own broadband. They have to go through other companies. Like, it makes no sense. Like in the UK, you have like city-run broadband and state or local
Wow.
government-based kind of stuff, and it opens it up and it has much more competition than like CenturyLink
wouldn't
in the
say-
US.
It's not government run as such. It's more that the government incentivizes or forces different broadband companies to be very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the right word.
So we pay
we-
like $150 a month for like 15
Damn.
megabits per second up
Yeah, that's
up at our house.
If you don't mind me saying, that is absolutely fricked.
Yes.
I pay I can have a look at the bill right now.
Like Torbis pays $60 a month for gigabit internet. It's like, what?
Oh, it's even less than that in the UK. I pay £24 this month
Oh my gosh.
for 70 down and 20 up. I mean, I'm granted that's not an exceptional connection, but the
Yeah.
place I lived before, which was gigabit both ways, it was about £3 more per month.
That's craziness.
So we're very much good on the internet game, I'd say.
At the studio, I pay, so it's kind of like a bundled deal. It's like $150 for the space and the internet,
Yeah.
and I have 500 megabits up and then 20 down. Or no, reverse that. 500 down, 20 up. So the up isn't super good, but still better than a lot of places.
Hmm.
And also, it's like
There's
50
definitely
bucks.
some places. I apparently I think it's I remember reading it was West Coast America generally has better internet than the East Coast maybe. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, East Coast is tighter built. California area in certain areas, like they have really good internet in those areas, but it's like wider spread out between those cities. So some areas, like the coverage in the UK versus the coverage in the US is dismal in comparison.
Oh yeah, I very much agree with that.
Alien Zone has a question. He asks, or they ask, what do you believe the current situation with VR is? VR is in a very strange place right now because you have things like Alex, which are pushing the industry in terms of like a VR experience. You have Star Wars Squadrons, which is going to be one of those big games that's pushing VR. It's just in a really weird place for support, I think, or availability, more like.
I think we're sort of at that like cusp of. Why can't I send this out? Oh crap! Hang on a minute. I'm in a fight with Lando Calrissian and Yoda.
Oh no!
Dead.
I almost got
Right,
thrown off
anyway.
by Ray.
We're kind of at that like on the verge of VR being almost good enough to become mainstream, but it's not quite that. It's not affordable enough yet.
Definitely, that's a huge barrier of entry. Like even if a console with a PlayStation 4 is one of the most affordable, if you look at it, but like if you want to do PC, there's a huge barrier of entry for the kind of PC that you have to build for that or buy for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Oh gosh.
Oh goodness! Hello, Yoda.
No.
Oh, I got to Yoda.
Yeah, VR is really fun, but like, it's not my type of gaming really. I
Yeah,
feel
same.
trapped in it.
It doesn't. I don't find it that engaging.
Alex, though, I was talking to Wolf about it, and he said it was like one of the best VR experiences. So I'm gonna definitely have to.
Has he played it? Has he? No.
Yeah, he was telling me about it a couple weeks ago, I think. He said it was super, super, super good. Like one of the best VR experiences. I will say my experience with VR isn't one of depth. Like I've played like the games like Battlefront VR. I've had the PlayStation VR room game that like comes built in when you get PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
Like I haven't played a bunch of those like bigger games. Also, Freddy Fazbear VR or Five Nights at Freddy's VR. That was really good.
I haven't played that game for so long.
Dude, me and my brothers were so into like the whole fandom of that, like hardcore.
I thought it was super weird. I remember playing it in school on my laptop because my friends like urged me to do it, and I was just like, "What the hell am I playing?"
Yeah, we played it on our Kindle Fires. That was the only thing we had to
Kindle
run it.
Fires. Damn.
Yeah, we were
Gathers.
super into that the whole like fandom and all of that fun stuff. Still, like we
Yeah, I
didn't
could
play
imagine,
the
man. It was
last
quite-
two, but we watched YouTubers play it.
Wasn't there a film made about it?
There's a film in the works, I think.
Ah, okay. I thought it was done already. I remember reading about that years ago.
Yeah, it's been in the works for like 5+ years. I think they've been having some issues with it.
Yeah, I
Or
can
they've
imagine.
definitely been having some issues with it because it's been 5 years. I think Warner Brothers originally bought the rights to it, and I think Blumhouse now has them.
Oh, is it that big?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but I'm
I
not
thought
sure
it was
what's
like some
going on
little
now.
indie film or something.
I think Warner Brothers originally bought it, if I'm not originally bought it, and then Blumhouse bought it, or I think Blumhouse now has the rights to it, but I think someone had it before that was bigger, but they ran into issues, so they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those problematic projects that's not ever going to get made, or much like the that Halo film that
Yeah, Steven
it was
Spielberg
Neil
was working
Blomkamp.
on.
I know it was Neil, the guy that did District 9.
Okay.
Basically, he was making a Halo film, and it all fell apart, and so they made District 9 out of all of the props and stuff and the budget that was left over. So
Huh.
if you look at District 9, all of the the weapons and stuff, the Halo weapons, but painted differently. And there's like warthogs and like aliens from Halo and stuff in there.
Oh wow.
It's really interesting. It's quite strange as well when you watch it.
What are your
Like
thoughts
watching a Halo
on
movie.
the Fallout show that they're going to be making?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's gonna Amazon Prime. The people that made Westworld are going to be working on a Fallout.
That could be
show.
quite good.
Yeah, I've got high hopes for it. I'm definitely going to be watching it because like that'll be fun. I love
Yeah, absolutely.
me some Fallout.
They're still doing a Halo show, by the way. They're it's on it's being made by Showtime, I think,
Yes.
and it's also still being produced by Amblin, I think, Steven Spielberg's company.
Yes.
And
What
that's
did you
still,
What did you think of the Halo Infinite stuff?
I really liked it. A lot of people seem to get really. A lot of people got really disappointed about the graphics, but I thought, like honestly, if textures are, I'll just quote my tweet. If textures are the number one complaint about a game, then they count that as a win.
Yeah, because that's one of the easiest things to change too.
Yeah, I mean, 343 Industries have already said that the build they showed at E3 was a 4 or 5 month old build that they intended to show it. Sorry, not at E3, but they intended to show it at E3 as it was supposed to happen months ago. And that that they put out a trailer on their channel which uses a slightly more updated build, which looks much better. But by the time it launches, it should look a lot better.
Yeah. I think it's going to be one of those really fun games. Like they didn't, at least from what I've seen in the gameplay thing, it looks like they went to it from a gameplay perspective and going back to what people really loved about the franchise.
Yeah, I think. What the hell?
Oh no.
I'm excited for it. The gameplay in the trailer looked really good.
I really liked how many Xbox Studios games that they announced in that live stream or live show or whatever they're
and
calling
they still
it.
have 4 or 5 more studios working on AAA games.
It's it's really Xbox going back to the strength that they had, and like they've just been buying studios left and right. Like it's crazy to think that Xbox now owns Obsidian. Like what?
It is, yeah. What the hell? What the hell did I just witness? 2 of our teammates just fell off a map and Grievous followed them for some reason.
What? I'm danger catting right now. Oh.
Oh my god. My friend should be here any minute, by the way. So he should be able to help us win a few matches.
Trying to find one that works, a character that works for me. Alien Zone says they recently discovered Conker's Bad Fur Day on the N64. In terms of originality, story, quirky humor, adult themes, I wish modern gaming took some notes from it. Do you wish...
Was Conker really a...
I thought it was
Bad Conker Bad Fur Day. I remember playing that on my Xbox.
Yeah, I remember playing or seeing it on Xbox, but It's very likely because Rare was like super close to Nintendo before they got bought by Microsoft.
It was a Nintendo studio. They owned it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
It's like a second party, I think. That's what the term
no,
is or whatever.
I think they actually owned Rare for a while.
I think they just owned a bunch of stock in Rare, so they had a bunch of rights to their stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
But they didn't want to buy it out specifically. So Microsoft was like, okay, we'll do it. And then they didn't really do much with it.
Microsoft and their infinitely deep pockets.
Exactly. That's definitely one huge advantage of Microsoft and the Xbox Series X over the PlayStation 5 is like they could price it so much cheaper.
There was I remember someone made I mean it's like this is like really crap maths, like the most basic like it obviously wouldn't work, but someone worked out that they could sell something like 100 million Xbox Series X's at like $20 and still like keep afloat or something.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
And what's very interesting is that the last generation was one of the first the first generation of consoles where they actually made profits off of it.
Yeah.
Because previously it was just an industry standard that you would lose money on the consoles but make it back in the software developed for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I am not going to play Ray. I'm not doing good. I'm really glad. Also, dude, Fable. Like, what? Fable? Yes, please give it to me now.
Oh, yes, Fable.
I'm glad that Xbox isn't like full on. Oh no! Freaking Darth, no! Dude, I'm still alive, and I'm down here.
Unfortunately, it's impossible for us to win because Chlorosh exists. So. It's like, I'm not exaggerating, it's literally impossible. There's no way to win.
Ethan, do you see where I am right now?
Oh, what the hell?
Uh-huh.
I want to come down. Where are you? I obviously can't make it. I'll try.
Darth Vader threw me down here. Oh no, rip. If this was the old Heroes versus Villains, I could just stay here forever.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
I'm getting really bad screen tear for some reason.
Coming down again.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Darth Vader force choked me off of the map and I fell down.
There is a way you can force that to happen. Basically, if you have something to land on when you get down there, if you can spawn on your teammate, that is. Basically, if you hit like a surface, your teammate can hit spawn on teammate as they hit that surface, and they'll spawn down there without dying.
Okay.
All their teammates can spawn on that person.
What is that person talking about? It's very confusing.
What's going on?
That one guy that was super spammy is just like spamming the chat with weird phrases.
Oh, the Chlorosh guy, yeah. Should we find a new lobby for this?
Yeah, I'm down.
I think my friend is literally just messaged saying that he's ready, so I shall just spawn him, but this is not usual HUV.
There's a crazy group of people in there. Yeah, what I was saying earlier, I'm really glad that more of the industry is going towards like fun experience than rather than like everything is like doom and gloom shooter. This is like zombies have taken over the world and you have to kill everything in your sight.
Yeah.
How long do you usually stream? It depends on the time. I think we'll be streaming for maybe 45 more minutes or something like that, depending on what we play and all of that fun stuff. But we usually start streaming 1 p.m. or so MST, which is 8 p.m. BST. And then just depending on who joins and what we have to talk about. But yeah, thank you for jumping in the chat. Star Wars in game. Alien Zone also has a question for us both. What was your favorite game growing up? My favorite game growing up, and is still my favorite game, is Super Mario Sunshine.
Good choice.
Love that game.
Good choice. Mine is Metal Arms Clutching the System. Yeah, I think we talked about that game.
Yes.
Very good game. I wish more people played that because I really wanted to have a sequel or something.
Dude, oh my gosh, I just looked it up. I played this game, but I had no memory of that until you mentioned it and I looked it up. What the heck?
Really? It's it's such a good game. You should play it on stream someday.
That'd be fun. A game that I'm super excited to play on stream is Star Wars Bounty Hunter. That game is really fun.
Is that the one about Boba?
Yes.
Or something?
It's like really difficult and like really janky, but I like it.
The best games. My friend should join the team voice. Oh, hello.
There we go.
How are you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Hello there.
I haven't been on a stream in a fair few years now.
Alien asks, what was your first game you ever played? I have no idea. Probably like a Mario game. We were Nintendo gamers, so it's probably a Mario game for me.
Yeah, probably the same. Maybe. Oh, I know what the first game I ever played was, or at least the first game that I remember having. Midtown Madness 3.
Ooh.
Again, a dice game.
Another.
Come full circle.
Did you ever play the Midway to Arcade games like Rampage? Let's see. It's a bunch of the old arcade games that they used to have.
No, I wasn't into that. I've always been a AAA blockbuster type of guy.
It wasn't mainstream enough for you, or is that right?
Yeah, not mainstream enough. Too indie. Well, Kieran, what was your first game that you played?
Oh god, it's probably. I think it might have been like Pokemon Leaf Green or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Definitely a Game Boy game.
Because I remember you had a you were like the first person I knew that had like a Game Boy or any type of at least portable console.
Yeah.
I remember.
Was it Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color?
Yeah, Game Boy Advance.
Nice.
Silver flip open one.
Yes, I had a red one.
Oh, look at you guys. I never had one. I just went straight to the DS.
That's hilarious.
I remember, Kieran, I remember you playing, was it Final Fantasy Tactics?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you playing that a lot.
So, we had the Game Boy. I've still got my dad's original Game Boy. I've got 2 Game Boy Advance, GameCube. A game system that I always thought was the coolest thing ever was the PSP. I know, like, it was one of those things that like was a terrible system if you actually like played with it because it had a bunch of quirks.
Yeah.
But that was something that I always thought was the coolest thing ever. See, Spikle says Rayman 2 in the first Harry Potter PC game. But he says it was probably Super Mario Bros. I've
Well,
never
a
heard
lot
of
of people-
Turok Dinosaur Hunter. What is that?
Oh, I remember Turok. I remember my friend. I had a friend called Dylan. He used to play Turok all the time. Dylan
I need
Lateface.
to look that up.
Turok was like a. It was a. If I remember correctly, it was kind of like a Quake-like,
Okay.
like arena style shooter, but it had something to do with dinosaurs.
Of course he's got a lightsaber. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what just
Oh my
happened.
Goodness.
God.
Ah yes, claw rush, my favorite thing.
Ah, yes. Parry, my second favourite thing.
Turok video game.
Incredible.
Oh dear. I
Yeah,
like-
I've
I
never
like
played
these,
Turok.
Yeah, it's kind of obscure, I think. Turok. I like these chill HUV streams.
Same.
They're much more. I feel much less pressure to do well in these than I do when I'm playing with like just with Kira.
I mean, compared to me, you're doing incredible, so you should feel really good. It just makes you feel better about yourself when you compare yourself to me.
Because I'm incredible, you know.
Uh,
And then there's the guy in the chat going, "Cry, kiddo, cry."
Hey, nice. Favorite Battlefront 2 game modes? My favorite, co-op. Co-op is one of my faves. I think I know Ethan's. Just gonna go off on a limb here. It's Blast, right?
Absolutely, and I'm a big fan of Extraction. Actually,
I love
you know,
Extraction.
I do really like Extraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Extraction.
So my favorites, co-op and Strike is another favorite of mine. Ethan's is obviously Heroes versus Villains.
Yeah.
I think you're like the person that, like, one of the people I know that plays Heroes versus Villains the most.
But it's the only mode that I play, and probably Kieran as well. Kieran, you play a lot of you play a bit of co-op as well sometimes.
Yeah, every now and again. If I feel like Battlefront, but I won't take on HUV alone. It's just not a.
HV is not a good lone experience.
Yeah. You start getting really angry really fast if you play it alone.
Oh, I get angry when I'm playing with my friends.
This one Abella person, Ablee something.
Get Roblox. Easy.
Do you guys want to get in a different lobby?
Yeah, let's get a good lobby.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
I guess it's because we're on American servers, and this is what we always experience when we get put on American servers.
Oh, we actually on Americans. I didn't even realize the difference. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, because
Getting hit through blocks is part of the game.
yeah, Sage the matchmaking. So
Yeah.
I always find I do always find American servers a lot more toxic than European servers.
Mm-hmm.
But
It might just be because we can't understand all the Cyrillic nonsense put in the chat.
yeah, we're playing European servers. It's just like just a whole like mishmash of languages that we can't understand.
So it's probably very
It's great.
toxic. You just can't understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's great because we say everything they're saying phonetically, and it sounds like they're talking like Sims. It's great.
Alien asks what our thoughts are on PS5. We've talked about it a couple times on stream, but I think it's ugly AF.
Yes.
Especially the disc one, ugly AF. The one without the disc looks fine. Like, I think it's really interesting, but why does it have to be so big?
It looks like it dispenses vitamin tablets. It's a strange thing. Or like if someone like superimposed it onto a skyline of like a Middle Eastern super city,
Yeah,
it wouldn't look out of place. Like Dubai or something.
that's hilarious. Yeah, it definitely. Spikle says that he has been enjoying a Hero Showdown in the beginning of the year, and it can deliver some intense experiences, especially the lightsaber duels. Definitely.
Yeah.
And plus, if you get in like a really
I'm-
nice server too, everyone's like really nice.
That's rare though, but that's the only like time I enjoy Hero Showdown is when we get players that we enjoy fighting.
Mm-hmm. That like are respectful, and it's like, okay, this is an art.
Well, no, it's not that like I don't care about the whole like, oh, we have to do 1v1s and respect it. I don't care about that. I just want to win. But like,
I want to beat people with lightsabers.
I want to beat people with lightsabers. But at the same time, it's like it's also not fun when someone on the other team is like, oh, 1v1s and they run in on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. It's hard to find a server where both sides sort of agree with each other on how to play. Also, I'm sure I haven't enjoyed it since me and Kieran lost our like 99 win streak or something.
Oh no!
17, something like that.
Was it really that high? We stopped counting at some point. Didn't we? It was like 2018, was it?
That's crazy.
No, it might have been. It might have broken just into the start of 2019, possibly, but I'm not certain.
Oh no.
I don't think it did. Oh, you behind this
Oh crap.
box.
Kylo, why you do this to me?
Why do we, even when we're playing on a different like region with different people, we still get put on this damn map? Fed up of it, honestly.
So on the PS5 front, we will eventually get both of the consoles. I think to start off though, it's a weird conundrum. If you have a PC, it's kind of like, is there a reason to get an Xbox Series X? But I do prefer playing on the Xbox, so I may to start get like the Xbox, and then eventually get the PS5. But I'm not sure, because like I get the PS5 first, and then play all the Xbox exclusives games on PC. So it's a weird front.
I'm probably not going to get a PlayStation simply because I'm so like deep in the Microsoft ecosystem now. That it's just not worth me.
Dude,
Sorry,
Game Pass has been. I got Game Pass when it launched, and I've never regretted buying it consistently. Like such a good bargain. Like you get so many awesome games.
It is.
Game Pass Ultimate, you get PC games too.
I've been playing xCloud on my phone on the train recently.
Oh,
Using,
nice.
like 4G connection. Like seriously, like it's really damn good. Like, I was playing Forza Horizon on the train today.
That's awesome. And it's
honestly,
being bundled with Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, it's like free of charge. Like it's crazy, but I like there's like hardly any difference even on mobile data on like a moving train. Like it's just indistinguishable from just playing on a console.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm super pumped for that edition. So the Game Pass is probably going to be pushing me towards... there was this really interesting piece on either Polygon or The Verge or something like that, talking about how... Or maybe it was on YouTube. But it's basically the next gen console that Xbox is releasing is actually Game Pass, not Series X. Like Game Pass is the thing that's really everyone should be talking about, because like $15 a month you get access to every single Xbox Studios game day one, which is an insane value when you think about it.
It is. At the same time, I still, even though it's more expensive, I still prefer to buy games full price.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe I'm just stuck in my ways a little bit in terms, in that regard.
I don't remember the last time I bought a game like full price was probably Fallen Order. I'm definitely gonna be getting Cyberpunk 2077, buying that and downloading it. I'm probably gonna get it on GOG.com.
But sure, yeah, because it's a
CD Projekt Red.
game, isn't it? So,
Yeah. And then they get the full money, and it's there's no DRM on it too, so that's probably how I'm gonna get it. So I got the 2 terabyte SATA M.2 for
oh yeah, I saw
my PC.
I saw that picture. Yeah.
And it came with a free 120 gigabyte SATA SSD, so like the 2.5 inch. So I need to find out what kind of.
What, just a straight up free SSD?
Yeah. It's like, heck yeah. It was on sale and it gave me the free one. So I was like, dude, this is the best price ever. It's not like an NVMe drive, so it's not like wicked fast, but it's still faster than like a regular. And then it came with that free 100. Basically, it's 111 after like all of the formatting and everything. So I need to find out what game I want to run on that.
You fit one game on there.
Pretty much.
So I just put Battlefront on
there. Well, I've got
Battlefront's own dedicated hard drive. Hey, Kieran, that's what you should do, so you can record things on Shadowplay.
I do have Battlefront on my SSD. It's the only thing on my SSD other than Windows, I think.
I don't understand what's wrong with the computer. It's like...
Yeah, I don't know either. It just goes on holiday sometimes.
Yeah, so I've got 2.61 terabytes of 100% SSD on my computer.
Damn, what the hell?
It's crazy to think about. 2 terabytes can fit in, basically it's a gum stick size. It's like, what?
It is crazy, isn't it? Have you seen the Xbox One hard drive, the Xbox Series X hard drives?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Like thumbnail size, aren't they? Like, but it's like a terabyte of SSD storage.
Spikel says, but what is the RAM for? So much RAM.
It's for OBS.
It's so I do a bunch of Adobe video editing and audio editing and After Effects, and I was doing some Premiere editing on this big file, and it was eating my RAM. So I was like, okay, time to upgrade. that night I opened freaking After Effects.
Yeah, that's After Effects is a hog for sure.
And I was editing some drone footage, which is a .mov file, and it's not supported by Premiere, weirdly enough. So when I was scrubbing through it before I converted it to MP4, just because I didn't realize it, I was editing it, and it was using 100% of all 8 cores. It's like, what in the world is wrong with this? Something's going wrong.
I should probably warn you that we very rarely win these matches more on stream.
Sorry, I've been making some plays this game. I don't know how. I've been like I think I won at 1v4 at some point, so just about got retribution halfway through the fight.
I very much like to focus on the individual plays in these matches.
Yeah.
So it's good practice time.
Oh gosh.
I've never seen someone dodge that by jumping.
Rip.
Oh, you're on your own, Kieran?
So right. Oh god.
Yeah,
because they're
Adobe
mainly
stuff is very hungry for the RAM.
Yeah, it is. Photoshop, not so much though. Somehow.
Really, Lightroom and Photoshop are surprisingly taxing on the GPU, or at least Lightroom is.
Have you turned on the CUDA acceleration?
I think so. I have to
It
double
makes a
check.
lot of difference.
I'm ready for the 3000 series NVIDIA GPUs.
My bomb got stuck to nothing up there. I think there's like a weird.
It might have been Boba's tent. He hasn't come out of it all game.
No, there was. I don't know, I'll do it again just to.
Oh, Vader has saved Boba from a most unfortunate death.
Oh no. Okay. There seems to be like a weird area up there where the bomb just moves slower for some reason.
Huh.
Like half speed. Anyway.
Ah, goddammit. It's on 1 HP.
Well, we can win this if we play this right, but no we can't.
Oh no.
I had that Boba on like 5 HP and then Vader spawned next to me and choked me.
Oh no.
The worst thing.
I think there's
was
this
it?
like Speckle, there's this meme of this guy in a trench coat and it was like Adobe products. You want to buy some RAM? So aliens asking, taking into account Moore's law in technology, video games, graphics becoming more realistic and expensive to produce, do you believe this will hurt long-term variety?
In what way?
I'm not sure. As we, well, just the way that the technology stuff works is it's really expensive to get like the bleeding edge, but after a while the bleeding edge becomes cheaper. So one thing we're seeing more of is people going more for the realistic, but I think we're seeing that transition out of it, especially with the Xbox Series X and PS5. You see more of those like more stylized games. Like you could definitely argue that Halo is more stylized than other shooters of its kind, and I see that as a good thing.
Yeah. It's not the sort of photorealistic sort of experience you'd get with like a GTA game or maybe like a first party PlayStation game like Last of Us or Horizon Zero Dawn. It's very much a stylized game.
Definitely.
Even if you look at like Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo 2 and everything, that they were like, and Halo 5 as well, that they were like peak like graphics when they released, but they weren't photorealistic. They were still stylized.
Yeah. It's like Ratchet and Clank, the new Ratchet and Clank stuff that they've shown. Like that's very stylized, but it's graphic fidelity is really good. So you can have the be very stylized and still have the graphic fidelity. I just really hope that going forward we start getting away of like every big AAA game has to tick all of these boxes. It has to be like super gritty. It has to be super realistic. It has to be super gory or whatever. I like those smaller experiences where they can get more into the character studies or not really be super downtrodden.
Yeah.
I know personally, like I'll want to play games where it's like I just want to sit down after work and play a game and not have to make any decisions or be like super distressed.
On the other hand, I really like games where you make the character, but you don't necessarily become the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Kieran have been, we haven't played it for a little while, but we were playing a lot of Ghost Recon Wildlands, and in that game you can basically make your own character how you want, they still use the same like base default voice actors, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah,
like it's the things that we do with these characters. Like we come up with these two characters, Kane Wolf and Rick Tyson, who are like peak 80s action film stars in these films. And like my character is like he's got like a 10-gallon hat and a cigar hanging out his mouth like permanently. And Kieran's character is like is like the sort of like, I don't know how to describe him. He's like the sort of like Rambo style looking guy. Like, but we would have these like amazing like stories, these like crazy like things that happen that just add to this like little like canon that we have going on with our characters. Like there's one time we were going down a road and Kieran thought he saw something like some danger down the road, right? And it looked really bad. And Kieran like insisted that he stopped the car, so I stopped, and he like got out and used his binoculars. He zoomed in, and then it was complete silence. And he just goes, "Oh, car's on fire." And it was literally all it was just like a car down the road that was on fire and nothing else. And we thought all of that like assumed danger. There was nothing, and it was so good.
Yeah, I mean you can kind of see that in the customization for like Cyberpunk. You can create your own kind of character. Like you can play it a completely different way. I love that it's going to be harder, but you could go through that entire game without killing anybody.
My biggest concern with Cyberpunk is not the gameplay itself. It's the game world.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen a lot of gameplay, like press gameplay and stuff, and the one recurring thing that I keep seeing is that the world just looks really empty, quite dead. Like there's bits where whoever's playing is driving around in a car,
Yeah.
but there's no pedestrians and there's like one car on the roads. That worries me somewhat, because I feel like that might take away from the sort of atmosphere of the game.
Yeah.
It's like jumping into a new Rockstar game, like a new GTA, and discovering that there's just like hardly any pedestrians or something. So it just doesn't feel right for a GTA.
Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see how they tackle that specific part of it.
I really hope that the gameplay that was shown was played on older consoles, and that's why they couldn't push it
probably.
quite so far in terms of. Yeah, it's.
Do you think going forward into the next gen, it will be games will be $70 going forward? Because that's been a big rumor recently. Some companies are saying no, our next gen games aren't going to be that way. And then you have, I think EA.
Activision. It was Activision.
Okay.
I think it was, and then Ubisoft said they would keep the same prices. I can't imagine EA would even attempt to do anything like that for some reason. I feel like people, if they did do it, people would catch on to that more so than they did with Activision doing it.
Yeah, I mean, just look at what all of the fiasco with Battlefront and its loot boxes or lack thereof at launch.
If there's a go-to Vernon Gaming, it's EA. Whether it's rightfully true.
Oh, definitely. Oh man, that Anakin just got destroyed. I honestly don't think EA are
that bad compared to some others.
Let's see.
We are doing very well this run, by the way.
Ignore me, Vader. Anakin. Same person. Yoink.
Layer. Oh, I missed.
Just ran straight past Anakin, he didn't care. He's been making a beeline for you every time.
Anakin is dead.
A single kill off of it.
Oh! Obi-Wan, no! Oh no, he's got like a landline number as his name. 0101. I killed him.
Just trying to give him a call, tell him to stop.
Oh gosh.
Oh Christ alive. Not much from that.
Oh no. What is throwing?
Hello, Yoda. That's the little green man. a dead Obi-Wan.
Come on. There we go. Han's dead.
Well, I have a little bit of cool stuff to show you. Once we kill this Han.
Leaving. Bye.
Where did he go?
Oh, it was Han.
Yeah, he left. Okay. So if you look at, as I said, if you look at me, right? If I press 2 and then 5, okay, it looks like I've activated Predator Instincts, but I haven't. But it's still giving me the speed for it,
Oh, what?
so I can sprint faster than literally anyone in the game, except for maybe
What?
like a Sith Trooper or something.
Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
But it stays up permanently as well until I use Predator Instincts again.
Does it
It's quite
change if you like shoot? Or does it keep on?
Oh, I can use Dioxis and my mines, but as soon as I activate Predator Instincts, it resets it. So if I want to
Oh,
use
wow.
it again or do this thing, I just have to cancel it.
So Alien said they recently picked up Fallout 4 and was disappointed beyond belief. Felt so empty, gave it a chance, and it just felt like it wasted 12 hours in. Was hoping it would pick up, but it never did. Actually have recently listed it as my least favorite game of all time.
That's quite a strong statement.
Yeah, I played it. I got stuck on one part, so I kind of just like I got stuck and didn't have anywhere to get health, so I went back and played Fallout 3.
Yeah, the only Bethesda game I've ever played is Skyrim. Like literally, this is the only one I've ever played, and I really enjoyed it. But like, I felt like I wasn't able to do enough of what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, there was some bits where you're sort of almost forced to do the story to progress slightly. Kind
Yeah.
of.
I
And I didn't
played
really wanna do
maybe
that, I just didn't.
like 2 hours of Skyrim, and then jumped to Oblivion, and enjoyed that one much more than I did Skyrim. Just because it felt
for
more
me,
open,
Yeah.
and also
I
it
like
wasn't
that.
very as depressing as freaking Skyrim's world was.
Skyrim is just Norway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Norway. I like more story-driven or character-driven games like Mass Effect. It's much more up my alley.
Come on.
Got bombs
Obi-Wan,
over here if
die.
you want to bring them over.
Got me. Aliens asking, while on the topic, what is the worst game you have ever played?
Oh my god.
There's a lot of contenders. One would be a game called Sick Brick, just so bad that it was good. Like genuinely, it was quite good, but it was also really bad. JFK Reloaded is also very bad. Where the entire game is just you shooting JFK in the neck.
What?
But like you get more points for more accurately recreating his assassination.
Oh my gosh.
But
How did that game get approved?
The one game that takes the cake is I can't remember the full name of it, but it's something along the lines of like something Redneck Revenge or
I
something.
knew it would be that.
It's so bad. It's like unbelievable. It's like worse than like a university project level game.
Oh no.
Except it was published by a publisher and made by a developer. It's so bad.
I'm trying to think
I
of...
think
Maybe just like blocked him
but-
out of my memory.
I remember the bad games very well, quite fondly, I think. But yeah, this game, the premise of the game is you are a redneck living in a trailer park, and one day you notice that all of your animals are like glowing green or something. So you're like, oh, what the hell's this? And it turns out that there's some sort of like secret government lab where they're mutating things, and there's an Indian guy in there. When every time you go in, he goes, "Oh, you've ruined everything," and waves his hand around the air, and you should watch it on YouTube. There's a whole playthrough of it. It's like an hour and a half long, and it's the greatest video on YouTube.
What was the name?
Redneck Revenge. Redneck Revenge. I think it's Redneck Revenge.
It would be good as a Flash game, I think, but like as a real game.
Redneck Rampage.
Oh, it's just not good enough.
Country Justice Revenge of the Rednecks is the name of the game. I'll put a link in team chat.
Country.
To this is the OG video that me and Kieran watched a long time ago.
Wow. Oh no, that game looks awful.
It is, but
oh,
at
no.
the same time, it's so bad that it's fantastic. It's like there's this you know the Sci-Fi Channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's one movie they did a long time ago, and it features a Mexican man flying a helicopter who says he will "What Anakin?" Just like that. It didn't sound. It's not a very convincing Mexican accent, but and there's a man who very confidently drives into a shark's mouth on a jet ski.
Oh, it's what's it called? Shark Attack 3, I think, isn't it?
You could use these games as like reverse inspiration. It's like if this gets published, your game could definitely get published.
Definitely. I'm not sure how much money we'd get to do it, but
we should make a hero fighter like Heroes versus Villains, but it's just Wayfinder people.
Absolutely.
So you have to play as each of us.
For sure. I mean, I know that the Battlefront community would find it so unfun because it's so genuinely reliant on playing skillfully that they just wouldn't play it.
But it would still be fun as just like a stream game. We could just play ourselves.
Oh yeah, for sure. But there'd be no like people to fight because we design it in such a way that it requires thoughtful
thoughtful gameplay and teamwork.
Thoughtful gameplay, teamwork, and stuff like. Well, maybe not teamwork. It's true because that obviously doesn't work in Battlefront. What are these people doing?
I'm very confused about what they're trying to do.
I mean, they're successfully landing lots of abilities, but it's just not working.
Are they they're the only people on the other team?
There's only one of them left.
Bro, where'd they all go?
Oh god, it's Shroud. Look, he's in our lobby.
Oh my gosh!
He's gonna be
BB-8. Oh. He's not spawned yet. Oh yeah, he has.
Oh,
I just heard a thud in the distance.
He was standing by a rolling charge into like 3 corkscrews and landed in the generator room and died.
Alien says they remember when they were a kid going to the video store and renting Superman 64. It actually made them cry.
Why? Was it that hard?
It was that. Have you not seen Superman 64?
Oh, is it?
It's
a free
awful.
Game, right?
Yeah, just like gameplay super bad. They said that they saved up for like 1 month to rent a game, and it was that one too.
Oh dear. That on 1v1. This is what people always get wrong. 1v1ing in this situation is terrible because the match goes on forever. It's much easier to just get it over and done with as fast as possible.
He did my work for me.
I jump on this side of the barrier. Yeah. How far can I get? Oh no!
Oh no! I followed you.
I didn't mean to fall off.
Rip.
Oh, they have 3 teammates now.
Okay, good. Let's murder them all.
Burn these ideas away.
Your friends can't save you now.
Ladies back here with me. I'm gonna run back to you guys.
That's so satisfying. It just is.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
What happened?
just fucking ledged him again. It's like the 3rd time this game I've done it.
Where are they all?
BB-8 on
Got launched.
Cruiser.
Yeah, they have a full team. Where are they? Oh my god, that's Grievous.
Oh, I saw someone show up on the map. Hey, I just put someone off the ledge. Oh, that Grievous just got wrecked.
Cruiser's got his ears cut off.
Han 1v1 Vader. Where's this guy when we play on European
I'm
servers?
coming. That's not such a good. That's not such a good thing as good players on the European servers, except for us. And possibly also on these servers, but these people are different. That's in a weird way.
They're all getting
Nice.
Is this the smallest map in HUV, do you think?
It definitely feels small.
Yeah, possibly.
It's quite small. Oh, hello. Oh,
Hello there.
hello there. Oh, it's descending against the Star Wars place. Always gets hit this point. Wait, who's that?
Grievous is just chopping
Good,
things up.
Anakin, good.
Oh my gosh.
Kill him.
Oh, I wasted my force push on this
Kill him
coffee
now.
maker thing. I thought it was Boba.
Do it.
Oh dear.
Bye,
Where
guys,
are
we gotta
they?
shoot him.
Oh, there he is.
I need to help Han. Jesus Christ.
There we go. Oh man, I got really low there. Oh crap.
Oh, that's Kylo going. "Whoa!"
Okay, coming to
Have you
join
ever
you.
noticed that Kylo makes more noises on maps like Kashyyyk and Bespin than he does on these maps?
Huh. I have the high ground, Darth Maul.
Oh my
Oh,
god, I
um,
thought that was Kylo.
Oh gosh, never mind. I don't have the high ground anymore. Just got knocked to
Well,
9
I
health.
I advanced on Iden so hard she jumped off of the map by mistake. How'd you do that on this map? Saying that I advanced on Iden really hard is not a very
God, cable spin goes on for years.
clever.
Mhm.
Have you got the card that extends it? Is there a card that extends it, or am I just? Is
Nah.
that just pure conjecture?
Well, I mean, you physically extend it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I don't know why that's relevant to what you were doing, but just trying to save face.
There we
Right,
go.
I've got questions for this Maul. What's he doing? What's he doing?
Is that your only
What was
question?
that?
Up here we go.
Hello there.
Oh, what? They just slowed down at the end.
Hey, that guy just got destroyed.
The Shroud X. Could you imagine if that wasn't actually Shroud? That'd be hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Talking in the chat and being like, "Oh, it ain't no fun," but all of us just hounding one guy. Goodness.
Nice. So I think one more round, and then we will call the stream streamed. Spike's asking if we need a fourth.
Sure, why not? Yeah. Should we?
Yeah, let's.
Does anyone have him on?
I don't have him.
Let's see if I have him in Origin. I don't have him in Origin. Spikeall, add Danger Cato. It's Danger Cat with an O at the end on Origin. And I'll add you to the lobby. Should we leave this lobby?
I did. Or I
Okay.
was left and then it added me. He said he sent you a request last time. What's your name?
Oh, there. I see
Did you find it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, what the hell was that? I had a really tanned Grievous on my front end.
He's been in the sun
Wow.
a bit too long.
May the 4th be with you.
What the hell?
Thank you very
Yeah,
much
check the
for
calendar for a
liking
second.
and subscribing. It's appreciated. Thanks for jumping in and asking, jumping in the chat. Sweet, let us do another
Okay.
game, one last game, and then I'm
One
gonna
last
jump off
full-
and finish off the podcast to be released today.
Oh, is that the one with
Oh yeah, Mandalorian
Right,
Business, Dulana, and Cade, all the modders.
ooh, Cade? I've never heard Cade's voice before. That'll be interesting.
That dude, what I was so glad that we got him on the podcast because super knowledgeable. Oh my gosh.
He is. He's so. He's really talented. I think Cade.
It's like
He,
I may reach out at some point to talk to you just so I can pick your brain for some stuff. Because
absolutely.
the amount of knowledge that they had on the modding community and Frosty and all of that was craziness.
I remember back back when Battlefront 2015 modding was just taking off. Back when people were starting to discover Frosty, as it were, like outside of its very small existing community. And I remember bumping into Cade when he was just a modder on the Battlefront modding Discord. He wasn't an admin or anything like that. And if I recall correctly, he used to make very basic mods, but he was the sort of guy that was like super into the technical side of Frosty. Like he was hounding G-Man and stuff for like information and like knowledge and everything. But yeah, but to see him now, like he's like leading. I think he is. He's leading the Frosty project. Now.
Yeah, one of the
It's
basically
crazy.
runs the whole thing.
And he's still much younger than us. I'll say that much. So he's done quite well for himself. Yeah, I really like Cade. He's really good, really nice guy.
Yeah, it was such a fun chat. I've got less than half done on the edit. So it's going by super easy too. Have like 3 modders in the group just talk to each other. I was just like, okay, I'm basically listening and prompting questions.
Yeah.
It's like
I
one of the
mean,
easiest ones.
It's probably the first time they've ever all spoken together. I think maybe.
Yeah, definitely all in one group.
So I could imagine it was it's just a big conversation about modding as opposed to you like asking questions like normal.
It was super fun, and I got to learn a lot about the modding community that I did not know before, which was really cool.
Because modding anything like when we do like a Wayfinder podcast, and it starts off with like 2 questions, and then the questions go out the window, and it's just us like talking about nonsense for like an hour and a half. Like,
yeah,
way too long.
We need to have another
people.
Wayfinder group with all of the peeps at some point. Find a time that works for Sammy again.
Yeah, I feel like time zones have not been very kind to Sammy recently.
Yeah.
I want to see if I know this is reaching a bit, but I want to see if cinematic captures will be up to for doing something, because outside of a very select few people. No one's really heard his voice or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be
So it'd be really nice to.
a Battlefront podcast exclusive. Hear the voice.
Yeah, we've already got the face reveal somewhat. I mean, yeah,
What we can do, we can just interview him, and then I can put an effect on his voice, so like he can add conversation
yeah.
and still
sound like
stays
Kylo.
anonymous. Yeah.
They can go "Whoa," like in Battlefront.
I will finish what you started.
I will finish what you started. Cowards! I love Kylo in this game. He's so good. Maskless Kylo is the best thing to happen to this game. There's nothing better than seeing like a low-level Han just going "Whoa!" just smashing him.
Let's do this.
Realistically, though, who could we get on the podcast as like a Wayfinder podcast that we haven't had on yet? Do you think?
I've been trying.
Sorry, not the Wayfinder podcast. Not to rebrand your podcast.
Hold your horses there.
Yeah. Maybe
I've been trying to get
or something.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be a fascinating
It wouldn't be so much the Battlefront podcast, more of the Avatar podcast. But
Exactly, which I'm a big fan of Avatar, so that would be fun.
Yeah.
I've been trying to just get like schedules worked out with Elliot, which would be cool. But it's kind of
He's
hard because he's like
super-
super. He works from like the office now, so it's like if he's not there, he doesn't do anything.
What Battlefront updates?
Yeah.
Elliot. Okay. I don't know. I haven't really spoken to him for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's got an office now that he runs all of his stuff through, so like he tries to keep it separate some more, which is really smart.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what I've been
I
trying to
think,
do more.
He did that because for a while, I know I'm pretty sure he's moved now, but for a while, his actual address was online somehow.
Oh, really?
Which he was fine with for a while because his fans were quite well decent, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose the recent stuff going on is sort of
Yeah, that stuff
Not
is just stupid.
yeah, it sucks. Like it's gone on for so long as well. It's like over a year now.
Yeah, that's
But
just super
it's
rough.
the same people doing it.
Yeah. It's bad when like your community that you've built up for so long has like a subset of it has become so toxic.
I don't even think it's his community. It's just some random person. that's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
being a dick. Yeah, get Elliot on if you can. He's a really good guest for this.
Yeah, we've had him on a couple of times. Long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's the
Is
name
this
I've
really-
heard in a long time.
I just like talking to Elliot. He's a
Yeah.
really nice guy.
He is really knowledgeable.
Bought me cider once, so I'm here. It plays a part in it, I guess. That was a fun night. We went to this. It was like a mock like British bar in Stockholm, which had like loads of paintings of Churchill on the wall. And yeah, we had lots of stuff to drink, and then that place shut. We went to a different place. We got caught up in this like weird like Swedish football celebration or something. People were singing. It was a really good night.
That's awesome. I do want to go to Sweden at some point. That's on my list.
Honestly, like, it's good just for the meatballs. Just for the meatballs.
Will work for meatballs. Sweden's one of those places I could see myself living.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see myself living anywhere in Europe except France.
Ouch.
I'd well, you know, it's It's just an evolutionary rivalry that we've.
Oh my gosh.
Played.
Watched Hamilton last night for the first time. Goodness gracious, that was so good.
Is it good?
It was so good.
Which version was it? Like
The one on Disney Plus.
Okay, I might give it a watch. Is it?
Yeah.
It's shot on a stage, right?
Yep. Yeah, dude, it was so good. It's stands up to the hype. Welcome to the chat, Torbis and Captain Gamer 123.
I was told this, and Captain Gamer.
There you are.
Were we in a call with Torbis at some point recently? I
Yeah,
feel like we were.
we did a stream, I think.
Did we? Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Was that recent?
that was with Rogue and Torbis and 2 weeks ago, I think.
Damn, yeah. Yeah,
Doesn't feel like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I remember because I was coming home from town. I was going to the pub and I was on the train and I accidentally joined the call on the train.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my god, what have I done?
What have I done?
They're gonna be mad that they got nothing off of that.
Yeah, I would be too. Jesus Christ.
I've been 100 health for like the last 2 minutes. My
Torbis in all caps says, "Hi, Ethan."
Hi, Torbis. Again. Oh god, I am a...
Oh my gosh, I just got.
Oh, Anakin, no! Oh, I need assistance.
There's too many of them. What are we going to do?
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. No! Oh, don't worry, I win. I win.
We're
Make sure
destroying.
to play your victory, even though I didn't hit him with it.
Lando's just standing there.
5 HP Han decided that the best place to run is directly into my lightsaber.
Torbis
Where'd they
says,
go?
how are you, honey? Which one is he talking to? Who are you talking
You.
to, Torbis? No, he can't be.
Ow.
You're Torbis's honey. Confirmed.
Oh, no. He's a clobber, this person. Oh, I missed. We are...
Torbis says, "Yes, who am I talking to?"
Well, I'll assume it's me for some reason. Yes, I'm very good, Torbis. How are you? And also, how is everyone else? Because we're all for equality here.
Ow.
Oh no, no. Ah!
Hello, Yaddle. Yaddo.
Yado.
I joined a random HOV lobby yesterday, and Azatru was in there.
Are you for
It
real?
turns out he was playing on stream. Yeah, it was just a random Scarif lobby, and right at the end of the game, I noticed that Azatru was playing Darth Vader. I just noticed him in front of me. I was like, oh, hello.
That's hilarious. Hello,
That's hilarious.
how are you? My name's Azatru.
Hello, how? No, I won't.
Hello,
do
my
it. It's
name is
insulting.
Azatru. How are you?
My Azatru impersonation is insulting to Azatru. That's just not worth.
Yeah, 30.
Destroying. Let's see.
Torbis
Torbis
I'm doing
says,
okay. Health is shite, but that's life. Played squad, commanded 40 people for hours. I feel tired, exhausted, and stressed. Lol. Commanding 40 people is a lot of responsibility,
"Goodness
especially in
gracious."
the game. What is squad? Is it like a milsim type game?
Yes, Squad's the one that they have the really awesome Star Wars mod for.
Oh yeah, that's the Clone Wars one, right?
Yes.
I've been meaning to play that, but I don't own squad, so
Yeah, it's a
so
military
it
sim.
sort of hampers my plan.
Sweet.
My plan a little bit.
Well, awesome. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. This has been super fun. I love the Saturday streams. So much fun. Sweet.
Yeah, I like joining in like this. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun to. It's also fun to play Battlefront with like more casually and have some good talks.
I mean, it's a breath of fresh air for me and Kieran. Jesus Christ. It's the only time we play Battlefront without worrying about winning. It's quite nice. Like normally we'd be sweating our asses off trying to win, getting very angry. Kieran will be shouting about lag. I'll be shouting about my abilities not landing, or I'll be doing the classic, shouting the word roll over and over.
Roll.
Oh, roll. Like that.
That's hilarious. Well, thank you guys for joining. Every Saturday we are streaming. Sweet. If you are not subscribed, definitely subscribe.
Everyone subscribe for
Subscribe.
the Battlefront podcast.
Yes.
Great content, great guests, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
And
Except that
great,
Ethan guy, man.
yeah, he's a bit weird. And
Danger Cat though, he's all right.
Great pizza talk.
Yes.
Pizza talk.
New York pizza talk. We should
have
do like a live cooking show or so at some point.
We should, and we would be the toast of the Battlefront community. Two little pieces of toast of the community.
Oh yeah, how to make pizza from Wayfinder.
I'm sure that would go down very well.
Well, awesome.
Oh dear.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yes. Goodbye, everyone.